Imagine the cradle of civilization, a land where empires rose, prophets preached, and power constantly shifted. From ancient scribes to oil tycoons, this is the story of the Middle East, a region that shaped the world. In the next 30 minutes, we'll travel through thousands of years of history, from Sumer to Syria, pharaohs to pipelines, and conquerors to revolutions. This is the entire history of the Middle East. Our journey begins in Mesopotamia, literally the land between two rivers. Around 5000 BC, Sumerians built city-states, invented writing, and developed laws that shaped all of human civilization. Babylon followed, then Assyria. Think of these early empires like ancient startups, each one pushing technology, trade, and culture forward. Across the Nile, Egypt unified under pharaohs and built monuments that still mystify us. Later came the Persians, whose empire stretched from India to Greece. They built roads, postal systems, and practiced religious tolerance, centuries ahead of their time. In 610 AD, a merchant named Muhammad began receiving revelations in the Arabian city of Mecca. Just 22 years later, Islam had unified the Arabian Peninsula. Within a century, Arab armies had conquered territory from Spain to Central Asia. The Umayyads built a vast empire. The Abbasids followed, with Baghdad as their glittering capital. Baghdad became a beacon of learning. Scholars translated Greek texts, advanced mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. For a time, the Middle East was the intellectual heart of the world. In 1095, Pope Urban II called for the Crusades. European knights seized Jerusalem in 1099, launching 2 centuries of religious wars. The Crusader kingdoms were small but disruptive. Then came a greater threat from the east, the Mongols. In 1258, they sacked Baghdad, killing hundreds of thousands and ending the golden age of Islamic scholarship. While empires fell, one was rising, the Ottomans. By the 16th century, they controlled the Middle East, North Africa, and Southeast Europe. Under Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire flourished with architectural wonders, legal reform, and military might. They ruled for centuries. But by the 1800s, the empire was in decline. Nicknamed the Sick Man of Europe, World War I ended the Ottoman Empire. European powers drew new borders through the Sykes-Picot Agreement, creating modern Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. But these lines ignored ethnic, tribal, and religious boundaries. The British promised Jews a homeland in Palestine in the Balfour Declaration, fueling tensions that still echo today. Across the region, independence movements began to stir. The discovery of oil in the 20th century transformed the region. Suddenly, desert kingdoms held the key to the global economy. Saudi Arabia was born in 1932, and by the 1940s, US companies were investing heavily. Meanwhile, the Arab-Israeli conflict erupted after the creation of Israel in 1948, triggering war and displacement. During the Cold War, the region became a chessboard. Nasser's Egypt, the Shah's Iran, coups, revolutions, and alignments with East or West. The Iranian Revolution in 1979 shocked the world, turning Iran into a theocracy. Then came the Iran-Iraq War, Saddam Hussein, the Gulf War, and 9/11. In 2011, the Arab Spring swept across the region. Tunisia sparked a fire. Egypt's people filled Tahrir Square. Syria erupted into a brutal civil war. By the 2020s, the region remained volatile. Protests, reforms, peace talks, and new tensions. The October 2023 Hamas-Israel war marked another turning point, one more chapter in a long, complicated story. The Middle East is no monolith. Its history is one of innovation, empire, faith, conflict, and resilience. The headlines may show struggle, but history shows complexity, diversity, and strength. What happens next? That depends on history's next writers, the people of the Middle East. If you want more deep dives into civilizations and empires, subscribe and tell us what you want to see next.